incident in your life where you've displayed empathy? How come like Ludhiana has been able to industrialize so well compared to other parts of the state?
The government of Punjab and government of India also focused upon industrializing all the districts of the Punjab, but Ludhiana.
If we look at the national picture, like, do you feel MSMEs are somewhat given second-hand kind of a treatment, like a stepchild kind of a treatment? We didn't see farmers from across the country displaying a similar kind of unrest. Do you think the farmers' protest could have been handled better?
And the gender is the sociological term for the sex, where the roles are assigned based upon the sex.
As a society, we should now legalize same-sex marriages.
Some sees as it is unethical. May I come in, sir?
Please.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Take a seat.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
Am I pronouncing your name right?
Yes.
So, tell me about yourself other than what's already mentioned in your profile.
Sir, my name is Mantasha and my schooling and graduation is from Ludhiana, Punjab. Originally, my birth is from Punjab, but my parents belong to Uttar Pradesh. And so I have roots in Uttar Pradesh. And except that, I have started preparing for civil services since 2021. And after that, this is my third attempt and first interview for which I am appearing.
Very well. Mantasha, do you think you are more deserving than the other candidates in the field?
Yes, sir. There are some qualities which I say which should be a part of a civil which should be a part of a civil service officer. Like I feel I am more patient, and you have to be patient when you have to resolve some issues, and along with that I have empathy and compassion, and I try to look forward to a problem with an approach to give a sustainable solution.
Could you repeat the last bit?
Like I look at a problem from a solving approach, so that I can understand the various dimensions of the problem before reaching a conclusion, and make sure that no person feels he's not being listened, or his concerns are not addressed before arriving at a solution. Be it in whether the problem is within the family or among the friends, I try to look from all the perspectives.
Can you share some incident in your life where you've displayed empathy? You say you are empathetic.
Yes, sir. Sir, there are many incidents, but the incidents which I can recall is while I was in the preparation, I had a friend where she was feeling not well, and she was ill. Even though I have to appear for the exam, and she was not appearing that year. But I make sure that she get proper rest, and I took her to the hospital and take proper care for her.
Very well. What would you say, Mantasha, is your greatest weakness? Do you see any weakness in yourself?
So there is a problem as such where I'm sometimes I'm not able to balance between my work and my personal life. Like if I'm in the preparation, when I have to study, when I have to take rest, or I have to give some time to my parents or my family, I'm not able to manage those things. But I try to maintain a balance, even though sometimes I fail in that.
One thing I noticed in your profile, you don't have. Is it that you have no other interests other than academics?
No, sir, it's not true. Actually, I have interest other than academics, like
no sports and no extracurricular, nothing.
No, sir. I play badminton, and in my childhood I also played cricket also. But since I do not play at the school level or at any national level or district level, so I am because it was required that you must have played at a district or a college level. So it was just when I feel some lethargic, so I try to go out and play badminton.
Do you have any hobbies that you pursue?
Yes, sir. I like cooking. I watch movies, and except that, I have started listening to podcasts.
Very well. So you hail from Ludhiana?
Yes, sir.
Is that where you've
Yes.
grown up.
Yes.
Can you give me a sociological profile of Ludhiana, Mantasha?
Yes, Ludhiana is the most populated district of Punjab, and it is the most urbanized district also. It has a sex ratio of about 880 females per 1,000 males, and child sex ratio is below 850. Except that it is mainly industrial area where the major population is working as in the secondary sector like manufacturing and MSME sectors. And it's all I can recall right now. So
Very well. Tell me how come like Ludhiana has been able to industrialize so well compared to other parts of the state?
So the main reason is after the annexation of Punjab by Britishers in 1849, Ludhiana was a center where the Britishers set up many educational institutions, like there are missionary schools and colleges, and it helped. And they also brought in road infrastructure and along with that railway infrastructure. Because it was the northern limit of the Punjab, which was annexed by the Britishers. So it was the main reason that Ludhiana became a major center for development since that time, and it carried forward the legacy which was introduced by the Britishers. And after the independence also, the government of Punjab and government of India also focused upon industrializing all the districts of the Punjab, but Ludhiana benefited from the earlier development also.
But if we look at the national picture, do you feel MSMEs are somewhat given second-hand kind of a treatment, like a stepchild kind of a treatment?
Sir, this perspective.
I'm not talking only about Ludhiana, but
Yes, sir.
a broader picture.
Sir, at some times in the earlier times of the independence, when we see the major focus was upon the bigger industries, the large manufacturing industries, but in recent times, after the economic reforms also, the government has tried to push forward the MSME sector because they are the major employment generator in India, and there are various schemes provided for the MSMEs like Stand Up India scheme, in which the financial assistance is given to the weaker section. And along with that, there is a credit guarantee schemes for the MSMEs, and recently export promotion scheme is also brought in for the major benefit of the MSMEs to promote their exports in the scenario where US has imposed tariff over the exports from India. And they will stand out to be the major beneficiary from these schemes also.
Very well. Tell me, why were the Punjabi farmers particularly so up in arms against the farm bills? We didn't see farmers from across the country displaying a similar kind of, unrest.
Sir, there are two reasons. The first reason is the Anandpur resolution, which was brought in the 1973. It also demanded the similar kind of the demands, which talks about the proper proper prices for the farm produce. And it was the concern that after the farm bills will be introduced, the the MSP will be rolled back. And as Punjab is the major beneficiary of the MSP under this scheme, so as it is a weed ball, and its share in the central pool is about 70 to 80% for the wheat and rice. So it stands that it will, if the MSP is rolled back, so the Punjab farmers will face major hurt. So that's why they protested against this.
Do you think that the demand for having a law for MSP is that justified?
Sir, taking a broader perspective and taking in the macro level perspective, the demand is not justified because it creates a financial burden upon the central financial reserves, and looking from the Punjab point of view also, it promotes the monoculture of the farming where wheat and rice are only produced, and it degrades the environment of the Punjab. So it does not benefit any section of the society. And except that we can go for diversification, or we can go for MSP for other crops like we can say millets and pulses, and farmers can be promoted to grow those crops, so that both the farmers issues can be resolved, and the issue of MSP over the wheat and rice does not become a major problem for the farmers.
ठीक है. Do you think the farmers' protest could have been handled better?
Yes, sir, we can say that the protest can be handled better if there were proper talks, and before bringing the bills itself, because the bills were brought without proper consultation with all the sections of the farmers and the producers. So, and after that, even after that, the talks between the farmers and the government take much time to start. So, if there were continuous talks, the issue could have resolved much easier and at a smaller level.
ठीक है. A lot of districts in Punjab are facing the tackling this drugs menace.
Yes, sir.
Can you give me a sociological analysis of this drug addiction problem that a lot of Punjabi youth are grappling with?
Sir, there are multiple reasons for this drug addiction problem. The first main reason is the proximity to the border for the Punjab, from where the drug trafficking become easier. The second reason is high unemployment amongst the Punjabi youth, because as Punjab is a majorly agricultural state, so the employment opportunities in industrial and services sectors are limited.
Yes.
So this is another problem. The third problem is a farmer distress because of the low yield and low productivity.
Because of the low
productivity and low yield.
Okay.
Because low yield, as they have to give more inputs in terms of the insecticides and fertilizer to maintain the earlier yield which they were able to produce in earlier times. And the third reason, we can say the fourth reason also, the peer pressure or the peer influence, where it is given a sign of social status among the youth of the Punjab also.
How can we tackle it better? The government has been working on multiple fronts, but not the kind of success we'd like to see.
Yes, sir. Sir, it requires to solve the problems, we have to work upon the multiple fronts. The first, we have to secure our borders to ensure that the drug trafficking does not take place. And the second is to ensure better facilities at the drug rehabilitation centers also, because the youth which go to the rehabilitation centers, they are not properly taken care of, and there are shortages of the manpowers and the medicines also. The third is we should go as awareness campaigns are mainly after the colleges. After they pass out the colleges, they get to know about this, but we should focus upon the schools and colleges where the youth commonly encounter these problems, and they get under the influence of the drug issues.
Very well. Chali, let's talk about something else.
Yes, sir.
Are you comfortable discussing gender-related issues?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, Mantasha, what is the difference between sex, gender, and sexuality? Or are they the same?
So, sex is a biological difference between male and female body based upon their reproductive organs and the reproductive organs. And the gender is the sociological term for the sex, where the roles are assigned based upon the sex to a person.
Okay.
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall right now the difference between all the three: sex, gender, and sexuality.
ठीक है. Do you think as a society we should now legalize same-sex marriages?
Sir, legalizing same-sex marriages requires major consultations amongst the different sections of the society, because some sees as it is unethical, and it is against their and religious also. So before legalizing this, there is a need for vital consultations and awareness among the people to be generated, to ensure that even though we legalize the same-sex marriages, if the people do not feel secure, and it is not accepted in the society, the major issue which we try to tackle through the legalizing will not be addressed.
Okay. We hear a lot of incidents of men nowadays being targeted by, frankly, pro women laws that we have.
Yes.
Yeah. So, do you think these pro women laws should be perhaps discarded given their widespread misuse?
So, rather than discarding these laws, we can go for reforms, or we can go for strict definition for the crimes which are from which the women are protected under these laws, because the misuse by few women of these laws cannot justify the argument that these laws should be repealed, because the violence against women remain a major issue in the society, and these laws provide the safeguard and uh, proper addressal of these issues for the women.
One of the things, Mantasha, that the government is considering is increasing the legal age of marriage for women.
Yes, sir.
And it had also constituted a committee to look into this. Are you aware of this development?
Yes, sir.
Which committee was this?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall the name of the committee, but in general, I'm aware of the issue regarding the
Okay.
increase.
What is your sense? Like, what would be your recommendation? Should we increase the legal age for women's marriage?
So the idea behind increasing the legal age for women is to give them empowerment, and to bring at equal footing the age of marriage for the women and the men. But for the actual empowerment of the woman, what is really needed is the education and the employment for the women, because if the are employed, or if the woman is educated, the age of their marriages, as we see in the surveys also, like the National Family Health Service, the age of marriage for an educated woman is much higher as compared to the woman who is not educated or who is not employed. So it is rather than focusing only upon increasing the age of the marriage, the focus should be on increasing the education and the employment opportunities for the women, which can bring in the better results.
Do I take that to mean that you are suggesting that we should perhaps not increase the legal age of marriage for women?
No, sir, I do not mean to say that. I mean that along with that, the focus should all be upon these things also, which will bring substantive improvement in the condition for the woman.
You know, a lot of women's organizations and feminist activists have actually expressed opposition to this idea. Could you guess like why possibly feminists and women's organizations should oppose increasing the legal age of marriage for women?
Sir, I'm not actually aware of the reason, but if I'm allowed to guess,
Please.
can take a guess. Sir, it can be the reason that the increasing the legal age of the woman can become counterproductive for the woman, as under the Child Marriages Act or under the POSCO Act, these laws are used to against the woman if they are involved in any romantic relationship against the family's wishes. So this can be the reason behind their demand.
This is precisely the reason.
Okay, sir.
Have you heard of the glass ceiling?
Yes, sir.
Have you also heard of the glass floor?
Glass floor. Sir, I've read about this, but I'm not able to recall right now what.
And the
exactly.
glass wall?
No, sir.
The glass escalator?
No, sir. I'm not
चलिए
aware.
छोड़िए. You've done, what's your academic background?
I've done graduation in physics, chemistry, mathematics.
Why do we have fewer women in the STEM fields in general?
Sir, right now, as per the recent data, the women graduates in STEM fields are much higher than the men. But earlier, it was because of the reason the domain of the women was thought to be at home to raise children and to take care of their families. But as the perception is, this stereotype is breaking down. The women are also taking part in this. Engineering and the mathematics fields, and we have more graduates in STEM field of women as compared to men.
Have any policy measures and government schemes played a role in increasing women's participation in STEM?
Certainly, there are many schemes for increasing the participation of the women in STEM field, but sir, I'm not able to categorize those schemes as there are many scholarship schemes for the women to take part in this, and incentives is also given for the women specifically.
I see that you have opted out of 14 of these services.
Yes, sir.
I mean, are they not good enough for
no, sir. Actually, the decision.
using your talents?
No, the decision was based upon my perception that maybe those services will not be able to excite me to the level as I want. As I will not be satisfied, or I will not feel content after doing those services. So that's why I opted out of those services.
What is it? I mean, what will it take to make those services attractive for you or the Indian youth in general?
Sir, it was just it was based upon perception which I had at that time. Maybe after I got into touch with different mentors or my peer groups members, so I realized that no, it is not the services which were not the which I found that maybe they not be give me that excitement, but every service is exciting if the person has a will, and he enjoys, if he likes the work to do, then he can be fulfilled in any kind of job. But
so you made a mistake?
Yes, sir, I honestly made a mistake.
God, that's a costly one.
Yes,
to have made. And you've your first preference is Indian Foreign Services. Was that also a mistake, or was that a conscious choice?
No, sir. My first preference is Indian Administration Service.
It's Indian Administrative Service. Yes. And second?
Indian Foreign Service.
Second, Indian Foreign Service. Very well. You take interest in international affairs?
Yes, sir.
Tell me, why do a lot of youth from Punjab migrate to the West in particular, like Canada and USA?
So the main reason is behind the better opportunities and living standards in Western countries as compared to India. And the another reason is the social status associated with moving to the foreign countries, as every family in Punjab wants to move abroad, and it also gives us a sign of reputation and status to the families.
And do you think some of the recent policy measures of the Trump administration are going to have any impact on the Punjabi youth who intended to or have migrated to the West?
Sir, it will create an impact because the visa fees, which is raised to $100 million for the application, and it will limit many youth to move abroad because they may not be able to afford the visa fees which is required, and even the companies which are hiring the youth, they will be willing to pay these fees only for the mid or high skilled talent, not the lower skilled talent from the India, and or we can say from the Punjab.
Okay. Tell me, Mantasha, do you think frankly that we've somewhat messed up our relationship with the neighbors and important countries like USA and China over the past decade or so?
So foreign relationships are meant to be like this. Sometimes sometimes we are at good relationship, and sometimes there are issues which are need to be addressed. And as we see the relationship with the China, it deteriorated after the Galwan clash of 2020, but recently we have tried to maintain stability over the issue, and the talks are continuously developing. And also the Indian government has exempted the given the visa exemptions for the Chinese workers to come to India. Similarly, we try to maintain our relationship with other countries also, and try to address the issues and maintain a stable relationship among our neighbor countries.
Mantasha, do you think India should actively intervene in Bangladesh to protect the religious minorities there?
Mm. No, sir. The direct intervention into the Bangladesh is not the solution for the issue. As India maintains the policy of non-interference and respecting the sovereignty of the neighboring nations, so it also goes against the policy. India should continuously uh, raise the issue with the Bangladesh counterparts, and try to ensure the safeguards for the Hindu minority in the Bangladesh through the talks.
Mantasha, why is rupee hit rock bottom?
Sir, it is a result of different events which have recently taken place. The first is the increased US tariff, and because of which the Indian rupee value of Indian rupees has declined as compared to dollar. The second issue is a global instability and the disruptions in the various supply chains. And third is the better profits, better returns on the investment in the US as compared to India, because of which the foreign capital is being removed from India, and they are investing in the US.
You've also been a student of sociology.
Yes, sir.
Mantasha, who is your favorite sociologist?
Sir, among the Indian sociologists, my favorite, I like the theory, I like the approach of the M.N. Srinivas, in through which he bring the field work into the domain of the study of Indian society, and he gives various uh, he gives different ideas like the Sanskritization and the idea of the dominant caste, which talks about the aspects of the Indian society in the caste system, and how the Indian society keeps on evolving rather than being a stagnant society as given by the earlier Oriental sociologists.
Mantasha, can you list the names of some of the books authored by M.N. Srinivas?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall right now.
Can you, any Western scholars whose writings you have liked? Non-Indian scholars?
Sir, I cannot take a particular name, but there is a theory of R.K. Merton where he talks about the reference group. I like this. I like that theory. I found it very interesting, and gives a new perspective to the understanding of the society.
Can you summarize the views of M.N. Srinivas on the nature of Indian society?
Sir, his main idea was that Indian society is not stagnant, but it is a dynamic society, and also the idea of the Indian village which he gave is
the idea
of Indian village. Okay. In which he talks about that a village is not an isolated republic, rather it maintains a continuous relation with the other groups, or we can say other villages at different levels. And along with that, he talks about the Sanskritization, in which the people from the lower caste try to achieve a higher status by adopting the living styles and the customs and the traditions of the upper caste, And along with that, he talks about the dominant caste, which is based upon the numerical strength and linkage in the links with the population in the urban areas and the government jobs.
Sorry, please continue.
Having government jobs. So he talks about the idea of the dominant caste in a particular area.
Mantasha, what are the latest developments in the field of sociology? What's happening?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware about this. You like movies, yeah? Yes, sir.
Which is the latest you've seen?
Sir,
Which you really liked?
Huck movie. Huck. Yes, sir.
What's it about?
It was about the Shaira Banu case, in which she filed a case in the court against the triple track given to him by his husband, and she asked for the maintenance for herself and her children under the Section 125 of the CRPC, which talks about the maintenance of the woman and the children by the husband.
Chaliye, thank you, Mantasha.
Thank you, sir.
It was nice talking to you. You may step out.
Okay, thank you.